Hey guys, Dustin with the PPC Pros here, doing this real short video to show you guys a couple new features I just noticed in one of our client Google Ads accounts. It's actually pretty helpful stuff, so I want to jump in and show you what we're looking at. Alright, so we're inside this Google Ads account. I don't have the client's info showing, of course, but a couple of cool things that I found the other day. I don't see this in a lot of other accounts. I only see it in maybe a handful so far. But when I added our conversion value metric to the graph here, I noticed this little blue bar. And of course, it's different across different clients, but you can tell when you hover over it, this is basically something that we look at, not here. We used to do it through the search attribution section, but it talks about the basically the length of time, the lag time between either a click or an impression and a conversion. And why this is helpful is because if you have a product that has a little bit of a sales cycle, takes a little time for people to kind of get awareness, maybe do research or whatever it is, sometimes you don't want to make decisions on your ads too quick. So if the average sales cycle or lag time, in this case it's saying it takes 21 days after an impression for most of our conversion value to be reported, that tells me that we don't really want to judge our ads too heavily for the first 21 days. Now we do obviously have to make some decisions in that time, but if you're looking for a complete data set and you want to make like really important decisions, it's better to wait for that period of time for the most part and then do that. So this is a really cool little tool because sometimes you don't think about that, and I thought it was pretty helpful. Some of the other things that we noticed, if you look down here a bit, there's also a very similar metric here under conversion value, which has the same, it actually has 16 days. So, and that is because this is on a specific campaign. So again, you don't see these metrics for all campaigns here. Obviously it's probably based on data, but it's pretty interesting that you can see this particular campaign, they're telling us it's 16 days. For the whole account it was 21 days, and I believe there may be another example, not another example for that. Also, something else that's pretty cool, they're doing the same thing with conversion rate, by the way, before I move on. So if we go to conversion rate, it's saying 15 days. I really don't understand the difference there. And then also for conversions, it's 15 days. So that may be due to the 24-hour period Google has to report revenue. Maybe that's why. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, 16 days on the conversion value divided by cost also. So the other thing that was pretty cool is sometimes you ever have these issues where something changes in an account, either you make a change or you notice a big swing in performance and you're kind of trying to figure out why. We use third-party tools sometimes to try to figure that out, like Optimizer. But if you look right here under the cost section, for example, you can see the underlined cost. It says this campaign's cost changed by $209 compared to the prior 30 days, which is pretty cool. And you see this little view explanations beta. When you go ahead and click on that, it opens up a window. Kind of reminds me of Explorer. And you can see once this little dude here starts to think and does his thing, you come up with a few ideas on why things have changed, right? So it looks at the cost being up, the change is X, what caused it, obviously an increase in impressions and clicks, and it talks about us removing 4 negative keywords during that period, which is great, right? In this particular case, it's neither here nor there, but it's just one of those things where they have this also for impressions, for clicks. Again, it's not applicable to all of our campaigns. I mean, even campaigns that have more traffic than this don't have this information. Maybe it's just because there's no real reason why. Maybe nothing really changed recently in this period. I'm looking at the last 30 days as a date range. But I just thought it was really interesting. So if you guys are running into things where you're noticing big swings in performance, it could be that Google is going to start giving us, within Google Ads, a little bit more insight into what's going on and how it happened and why. And a lot of this stuff you probably know, right? There's ad groups, right? I'm looking at a campaign, but now it's going down into the ad group level, which is pretty cool. But this might just be another way for them to help us figure out what's shaking when we have something going really crazy or big dramatic swings. So, keyword section here. And they also have areas checked, but there's no explanation for these other areas. So they're telling you what they're looking for, which is bid adjustments, negatives, search interest, auction activity, etc., etc. You can see it here. And yeah, so this is pretty cool. Thought I'd share with everybody here, and pop in your accounts, see if you have these, or maybe you have even better insights or better notifications, whatever they want to call these, that you have in your account. So it'd be great to hear what other people are seeing as well. So thanks for watching. Take care.